This week's Safety Toolbox talk is on Procore Daily Superintendent Huddles. I have a team here: Brian DeVock, Brian Volman, Mike Lusak from our Advocate Trinity project. They're going to talk to us a little bit about Superintendent Daily Huddles. So Brian, if you could tell me what you do on a daily basis here with your project manager, your labor foreman, and your crew each day prior to starting. According to Procore's Daily Huddle, give me vision of what this project does.
Sure. So every morning before we start, Mike, who is the labor foreman, and Brian and I, we sit down and talk about the daily tasks. Anything, being that we're in healthcare, there's not a lot. A lot of it is infectious control minded. As far as our lifts, boom lifts, that type of stuff, we don't have a lot of that out here, but a lot of it is infectious control, negative air machine monitoring, and ladder and hand tool safety. So with that, we just go down the checklist, and like, for example, you start out with respirators, fall protection, powder actuated tools. We go through the whole checklist, and if anything does pertain, we'll discuss that and any pertinent information that comes up throughout the day. Now, this isn't the only thing that we do with this. We also talk about during the day any deliveries that we're going to get, any type of subcontractor, if we're introducing a new subcontractor to the site, what areas they're going to be in, what they're going to be doing. Is there going to be any noise that we have to coordinate with other floors? So there's a lot more to what we do than just this checklist. But this is just a good way to get the conversation going, and where everyone can be involved.
And I like that, Brian and Mike and Brian, with the logistics of your job. You're talking about logistics, you're talking about subcontractor logistics. I know on this project we've had crane picks in the past, we've had some exterior scopes, and of course it's an occupied building during COVID. Understand the masks as we're speaking here. There's a lot to be said about daily huddles, and as a company, Berglund Construction Company, moving into 2021, we're starting to recognize a pattern. That pattern is that our superintendents have not been using Procore for their daily huddles, and they've been doing them verbally. If we don't have documentation of a daily huddle and something today goes wrong, I have nothing to refer to on a legal side in court. This becomes a legal document. All you superintendents out there and project managers, daily huddles are a necessity. They need to be performed every day, and they need to be performed on Procore. So moving forward, let's talk to our teams about this. Let's coordinate this. And then on our weekly that we'll be sending out, there are some suggestions of how to make it fresh. Brian says, we're doing infectious controls out here. We're doing repetitive things. Michael's probably doing a lot of the same things 5 days a week. How do you keep it fresh? And one of the suggestions by the staff was rotate the crew. Why is it that Brian needs to do it every week when they might be able to pass it on to Michael or Michael's right-hand man? But mix up your daily huddles. See if you can find a good catch in that week of huddles also. And then also outside the daily huddle, one weekly safety inspection needs to be performed by each and every superintendent on his respective job per week. Any questions or concerns in regard to this, please reach back out to me, Tony Baca, and I'd like to thank the team for their input on today's Daily Morning Huddle. Thank you.